Hey there, everybody! Welcome back to the channel. We have the Hero Rises 2023 final results. Asterisks. It's actually the top 20. Full results will be announced on February 19th, which is a week from now. Very cool. So I'll probably do like a little follow-up video to this, or stream, or something along those lines. So look forward to that. That'll be neat. But we do have the top 20 to go over right now. And before I do that, I just want to say I am working on the legendary banner prediction and also the double special banner prediction. Double special will probably come out tomorrow on Monday. So if you're watching this right now, then you probably, but if you're watching it on Monday, then that video is probably coming your way too. So just be aware of those things. Anyway, let's see what we got here. This is for the top 20 again. 1st through 8th are happening in a voting gauntlet, and then we also have all players get the free winning hero. Okay, so just a couple notes on that. Typically, the voting gauntlet is bracketed in a way where 1st is up against 8th, 2nd up against 7th, 3rd up against that whole thing. Anyway, point is, that is likely what we are going to see here. So I have seen this, I've looked at this briefly. A couple questionable decisions, but overall pretty strong options in general, which is always nice to see. But Edelgard, Summer Edelgard, Edeltina, Harmonized Edelgard, Duo Edelgard, how you want to spell it. Sword Edelgard, I think, is also... Yeah, Sword Edelgard is an option. First, it's a good pick. Honestly, it's a good pick. When I go for this, and admittedly, I voted 3 times because I kept forgetting, and also I just didn't really care that much. There's a lot going on at that point. But the point is that I look for a couple criteria when I kind of give recommendations. All right. First is rarity, and that's mostly it. Second, relative release date, right? So like something hopefully released within the last year or so is likely to be more meta relevant, unless you're a Crom, in which case he's just always a menace. Stuff like that. You know, and so I feel like just my overall opinion so far is that everything is pretty well befitting that. Your top 4 include Summer Edelgard, Mythic Fomortis, and then we also had Duo Crom or Valentine's Crom, and then we had Ninja Camilla. So all really good options, genuinely. You'll also note that it's all red and colorless, which red had a very strong option this year. In fact, I did tweet out at one point, like, if you don't know who to vote for, look for a recently released limited red hero. Mythics, legendaries, duos, harmonized are all really good options, right? You can't really go wrong. There's a lot of really good picks. And then there's also Fallen Edelgard, which I don't know why she's here. I'm confused. I'm confused because I think the player base just wants an Edelgard to lose. And Summer Edelgard could win. Genuinely. I have a +10. She sweeps everything. Very quick map clears. She handles a lot of things for me. I think they just wanted to vote in an Edelgard so that an Edelgard still could lose. I don't really know. It's kind of irrelevant. It's a little bit irrelevant because only 4 are going to be in the banner. Right? Only 4 are going to be in the banner. Do with that what you will. But we also had Rearmed Ophelia, Rearmed Robin. Not terribly surprising, honestly. I am genuinely a little shocked, and we'll see further down. There was no Alfred, who I think has one of the better rearmed kits. I mean, Special Sparkle 4 is kind of nice. I don't really know many units that utilize the red tone. And then there's also Robin, who has the dragon skill and also the dragon weapon. So a little bit limited in terms of inheritance to that too. So of all the rearmed options, I would say honestly the axe and the lance, Ganglot and Alfred, probably the two more valuable, which were not anywhere near the top 20. Which is wild to me, but that is what that is. I never also really know whether to attribute all of this to like bad voting, which is basically a TAPS organization system, or if it's just meme voting, where like I said, they want an Edelgard to lose, so they'll vote in a good Edelgard and then also an Edelgard that people don't really care if she wins, which would be Fallen Edelgard. That's good. Point is, okay. I don't know why it is that way, but only 4 win, so it's probably fine. And then we also have Veronica, who is not only popular, but also good, and also limited, and also red. So overall, pretty solid. Embla, unfortunately, who was probably my biggest option, we'll say, because I don't have Embla. Of everybody on this list, Embla is the one that I do not have. So sadly, she will not be making it into the voting gauntlet, which is fine. I have a lot of other banners that I can care about, so I don't need to care about this one. Truly, Mythic Shez or Legendary Shez, also cool. Would have been interesting in the top. Brave Edelgard still sneaking into 20th. Barely beating or barely losing to Halloween Dumo, which admittedly a little surprising, but hey, I mean there it is. We'll try and center that more, shall we? So that's what that looks like. Again, no other rearmed heroes. A little surprising, a little curious. Who knows? But none of these matter. These don't even matter. It's all about the top 8. And that's what matters. I will be curious to see what the actual results, like the full list of results, are next week. But this is the one that we have. So as you can see, the top 8 is all red and colorless. The interesting thing here is, like I said earlier, the bracket is typically decided by best to worst, right? So in round 1, you will have first against 8th, right? So Veronica against Summer Edelgard. You'll have Rearmed Robin against Fomortis. You'll have Duocrom, Valentine's Crom against Rearmed Ophelia, and then you'll have Ninja Camilla against Fallen Edelgard. That is likely to be the matchup. It's what they've done for the last couple of years. So I don't see them changing that, even though that's maybe not the best way to do it. But I will tell you why it would incentivize them to do it again that way this year. If they do that, an all-red banner is impossible. We have 5 red heroes, right? And then we have 3 colorless heroes. One of the early matchups is colorless versus colorless. So, unfortunately, no matter who gets past the first round, no matter who makes it into the top 4, there is not going to be unanimous color sharing. It's only going to be 3 reds, potentially, and a guaranteed 1 colorless. Now, if I had to take my pick, if I had to take an 8 with the suggested pairings, right, I would say this. I would probably pick Summer Edelgard, Fomortis, Camilla, and honestly, probably Crom. I'd probably take those top 4 here, and I would put them in the round 2. I would put them in the semis. That's what I would do. And if that was your banner, that's a really good banner. Ophelia would be great too, but I just don't feel like her fodder is strong enough to justify not getting a Crom, which really you just need 1 copy of. But Ophelia wouldn't be bad either. That one's kind of a split for me. But Summer Edelgard, Fomortis, and Camilla, bro, that's a banger. No matter who is the other, the 4th or the 3rd, as it may appear. That's a really, really strong banner. It is what it is, though. I mean, Veronica would be just as good as Summer Edelgard also. I can speak more from experience on the Summer Edelgard side of how good she is, but that is what it is. So this group making your top 4, making the banner, I think that's a really strong banner, and that's what I would probably prefer to see. But I'm not the voting gauntlet, so I can't tell you how that shakes out. They may even do different brackets this year. Who knows? They could surprise us all. But that's it. I just wanted to cover this real quick and talk about it a little bit more. And I hope you enjoyed. More videos coming out this week, so look forward to those. But that is it for this one. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.